Hello, this is week 10 of the Coding Bootcamp assignment. This week we are continuing from the previous weeks as we are accessing a database to showcase in the Eclipse console application to list all the current projects in the database and to select a specific one to view. Now we're going to start with viewing our code in the main app. We added two things to our list, the list projects and select projects, which is showcased here, adding more cases into the switch statement, list project and select project. Now for list project, we have a method called fetch all projects, which connects the main to service and service to DAO, which I'll show in a few seconds. And follow that will print a line called projects. In following that is a printing of all the projects in the database that are added to the list. We also have select projects, which will take the list projects method, print it out for context for the user, and similar to the create project, you have the integer project ID adds a int value for the user to input. To create, once they input that number, the current project that's selected will be nullified, and then the process will fetch the project by ID number, which, like the list project with fetch all projects, will connect you to the service and then the DAO. Finally, in the main application, we have print operations. We add a new clause in there. So as long as current project is null, it will say there is no project being worked on, or you're not working on a project. But if you select one through the program, it will print out the statement. You're working on a project, and it'll print out the information. Now into the service file, we have the fetch all project and fetch ID. For fetch all projects, it just returns it to the DAO. The main work is being to the DAO. It's just like a breakpoint. But for fetch project by ID, it does a similar thing, but it also adds a clause to make sure that when you're inputting the project ID number, it actually matches with anything. If it doesn't, it will print this statement out and you'll have to restart the process. Now in the DAO, we have the coding needed to connect into the SQL database and use the syntax to call upon the proper files. So for fetch project, we have string SQL select star from project table or right project name, and this is the code to make sure that it pulls the right thing. And for fetch project by ID number, we have the statements in here, select project from project table, and we also have the clauses to grab the material, steps, and category information from the tables, and it'll add it into its own list to call from, as you see here. And now to showcase how it works. See, it shows the list project and select project. We're going to list project. Showcases, we have hang the door. Now we're going to do that with 3, and it'll showcase it, prints that one out again as shown in the code. And we're going to enter 11 just to showcase that yes, you have to enter a valid project ID. So press 3 again, press 1. It shows all the information associated with project 1.